Hey Joe, it's everyone here, and today I was thinking about the long-term future of print on demand, especially seeing since there has been so much interest in the business. You can see here on the Google trend that we are currently at an all-time high. There's also been studies like this here that have been analyzing the print on demand market size. They're showing that over the next 7 years, we're going to see a growth rate of about 25%. Inside of the article, they mentioned companies like Printify and T-Launch and some others that I've talked about here on the channel before. They even show a product breakdown that shows where the sales are going to come from. It's kind of surprising that apparel is no longer a majority share of all of the sales, which is probably due to print-on-demand companies expanding their product offerings. The key here of this report, though, is down at the bottom where they show that over the next 7 years, print-on-demand is going to grow from about 7 billion to 38 billion. And if you're someone that's just starting print-on-demand, that's definitely encouraging. But there are some things that you should know. And in this video, I'm going to be breaking them down. And the first sad truth is that building an online print-on-demand store and only focusing on t-shirts and mugs is not going to be a great long-term strategy. I mean, at this point, there are dozens of really awesome print-on-demand products that you can sell. I've shown a lot of them here on my channel, and not only are some of them really cool, but they're also extremely profitable, especially when you consider that profits with t-shirts are so low. And I saw this post here in a popular print-on-demand Facebook group, basically someone commenting on the fact that if you're selling t-shirts after all of your expenses, if you are able to sell them for a decent price, you're still going to be making about $5 in profit or less per sale. And that's not really that much, considering if you wanted to make $1,000 in profit per month, you would need to make over 200 sales to do that. Not an impossible number, but definitely a lot of work to just make $1,000 in profit. Take a look at this print-on-demand store here. This is a store that's making products inside of the mountain biking niche, and honestly, they're doing a really nice job. Most beginners, though, would create something like this. They would basically have an entire store with products like this here, putting different designs just like this on t-shirts and hoodies and maybe even mugs. And the problem with that is that it is just so typical. At this point, inside of that niche, there are likely going to be millions of different shirts and hoodies and mugs that look just like that. What Crank Style has done is they've also created a lot of really awesome and unique products like these here. These are all over printed t-shirts. You can see they've also created stuff like this here, which is an all over printed sweatshirt. As we scroll down, we see some all over printed socks and t-shirts for women as well. And they also have all over printed hoodies. The point that I am trying to make right now is that the sad truth is in order to actually create unique products, you might want to explore some all over printed items like these here within Printify. I honestly don't know if it's actually a sad truth, because for me, I think creating products like those are pretty fun. I think creating designs on all over printed items is a great way to create something a little bit more unique for your niche. An all over printed hoodie like this, for example, is a really great option for someone who's looking to stick with apparel but make something that's a little bit more unique. You are in complete control and can make your design go on the hood, the front pocket, and all the way up the sleeves. My main point is this, is that yes, print on demand is growing. We can see that clearly here in the Google trend. We are totally at an all-time high in terms of interest in the business model. We also see it right here with the revenue prediction showing that there's going to be an additional 30 billion approximately in sales over the next 7 years. Right now we're at 7 billion per year. We're going to get to 38 billion by the year 2030. And what I'm saying is that the growth, that 30 billion in extra sales, is going to come from brands like this here. And honestly, customers love brands. According to this Forbes study here, they found that 90% of people follow some sort of a brand on social media. They also found that 76% of people have admitted to purchasing something that they saw on social media. This is something I talked about while I was in Latvia at the Printify Print on Demand event. And honestly, this is a huge shift. I think over the last few years, customers have definitely gotten way more comfortable buying things on social media. As I was doing research for this video, stumbled across lots of different articles and different different blog posts where people were breaking down the data behind this. Studies have shown that social media is a gold mine for e-commerce stores, and it is honestly perfect for print on demand. If selling on social media is scary for you, check out my POD for Dummies course. It is completely free. There's a link down in the description and it will show you how to get started. In short, what I am saying is that this growth here, the additional 30 billion in sales, is likely not going to come from places like Etsy or Amazon or Redbubble. It's going to come through brands selling on social media. And not only have users on places like Amazon or Etsy or Redbubble reported a slowdown in sales, but there's also been a crazy spike in terms of how many people are actually selling on some of those platforms. I mean, check out this graph here. Look at the increase. Very, very steady, and then all of a sudden it explodes with over 7 million sellers on the Etsy platform.
In the year 2019, there was less than 2 million Etsy shops. That number's over 6 million now.
The sad truth is that places like Amazon or Etsy or even Redbubble are not like they were in 2020. Nowadays, these marketplaces are incredibly saturated, and it is very tough for new sellers to even get any traction at all. This is something I talk a lot about here on my channel as well, but if you're inside of print-on-demand Facebook groups, you've likely seen posts like these. Someone here is asking if anyone else's Etsy stats are going down lately in the past month. They are no longer getting visitors, and they're wondering if someone else is having the same issue. We see people responding to that post saying that many people are saying the same thing, and they're guessing that they are being drowned out by the copious amount of AI-created art. It definitely could be AI art, but I think it's likely due to the influx in terms of actual sellers on those platforms. That's the sad truth, is that those platforms might not be a great place to sell into the future. That the 30 billion or so in predicted revenue is going to be coming from other places, and if you're looking to just sit back and upload lots of designs in order to make big profits on platforms, that might not be something that will actually be able to be easy. Silver lining is what I talked about earlier. The silver lining, though, and the good news about print on demand is that tons of people are buying products on social media. There is a massive opportunity here. The key is looking for stuff like this and trying to emulate it. This store is called electrothreads.com. You can see that they've created some one-of-a-kind products for their niche. They've also built a space for them. They have their own shop. They're not listing them on a platform where they're going to be drowned out by everyone else. They're making this cool for their niche. On social media, they have 335,000 followers. You can see that they are truly building a community. They're building a brand in their niche. In order for you to do this, you'll need to also choose a great niche. You'll probably want to avoid some of those typical products I talked about earlier, t-shirts and mugs, and you'll want to make sure you make yourself some great designs. Those three things together are the recipe for a great print-on-demand brand. This here is another store that I show all the time here on my channel because they have some of the most unique items. They've got over 100,000 customers according to the reviews on their page, and they are definitely making a lot of profits because they're choosing very high profit products. Print on demand is a simple business model, meaning it's a simple business model to figure out. You need the niche, the product choice, and the design. Of course, none of that is easy, and that's why I try to make a lot of these videos. And like I said at the beginning, I do have a free course. It's linked down in the description, and it will help you get started. My point of making this video is that as we head into 2024 and into the future of print on demand, things are going to continue to get more competitive, and they're going to continue to evolve. We are now in a situation where sometimes on Etsy you have over 500,000 results for various niches. In order for you to stand out, it might be better to choose better products like this here and to actually build your own space for them, and then also use the power of social media to drive your sales. That way you're not competing with 500,000 other people. And another thing to consider is sort of what I was talking about earlier. As you're building your brand, you're going to want to avoid the t-shirt trap. I know it's very encouraging from a lot of people online that are telling you to sell shirts, but let's just do some math here. If you are selling this shirt here, which is a comfort color shirt, it's going to cost you about $17. Let's say though that you have a Printify premium account, you're going to get it for $13.26. If you want to get a free month of Printify premium, you can use code NINJA50, that's NINJA50, and you'll get a free month of Printify premium, and that will get you a 20% discount on this product here. You're then going to have to pay $5.19 to ship the product, which means if you're doing free shipping, your total cost is going to be about $18. Now, obviously, there are other shirts out there, but this Comfort Colors one is definitely a bestseller. It is high quality, it is nice, and this is the one that you're going to be able to sell for a more premium price. Let's say that you are selling this for $25 on your store. If your all-in cost is over $18 just to actually produce and ship the product, you're only going to be making about $7 in profit. Once you factor in any transaction fees or even taxes, you're talking about just a few dollars in profit per sale. I would encourage you to select products like these here that make you a lot more profit, or to try to do something similar to what Lunified has done, where they offer a bunch of really awesome apparel items for their niche. And again, we have stores like this here that have done a tremendous job at creating a really cool line of products for their niche. The point I'm trying to make here is that the sad truth about print on demand in 2024 and 2025 is that t-shirts are really no longer a profitable print on demand product. Costs associated with the production of them have increased, and honestly, for us as sellers, it has become incredibly difficult. Back in 2019, I made this video here where I told people to stop selling shirts for some of the reasons I've talked about today. When I started print on demand in 2016, my first store ever was a t-shirt store. It was successful, and t-shirts were much cheaper than they are today, and it was possible to be profitable with them. Nowadays, though, there are just so many awesome products out there that I have moved on, and I've been trying to encourage you to do the same here on my channel. If you're one of the people that have made up this spike in interest here, and you're looking to get involved and get yourself a piece of this, my advice to you would be to build your own store, figure out how to sell on social media, and sell something a little bit more unique than a t-shirt or a mug. That to me is the sad truth that a lot of people don't realize. And again, I only call it the sad truth because some people have a dream of building a massive t-shirt store, and once they sort of start to break some of this down, they might realize that that might not be a great option, especially in the year 2024 and beyond. But who knows? I could be a complete idiot. Let me know down in the comments below what you think. Do you agree with my assessment? Do you partially agree? Are there things that you think I'm right about, or do you just think I am wrong about all of it? Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.